Hey guys, Air2's here, Air for short. I'm going to open a light and darkness scroll and I'm going to discuss the runes for whatever monster we end up getting. Now these are just suggestions and you don't need to follow them if you don't want to, but also feel free to leave any suggestions of your own in the comment section below if I don't suggest something that you think might work. So let's open the scroll here. 5, 6, 7, 8 summon. 3-star. Okay, so this is the Dark Battle Mammoth. He is a defense type, and I've seen a lot of people use him, and let's find out why. So he's a defense type, and his skills are Battle Charge, charges towards the enemy to inflict damage and provokes for one turn with a 50% chance. Maxing this out, it goes up to about a 70 or an 80% chance of provoking, which is pretty damn good. Then we've got Polar Roar, recovers the HP of all allies with an energizing roar and increases the defense for 2 turns. The recovery amount is proportionate to my maximum HP. So the more HP he has, the more this is going to heal. He's a defense type, not an HP type, so it's not super synergistic, but nonetheless, you don't usually work on defense, you usually work on HP. Then we've got Hell Stomp. Inflicts damage to all enemies proportionate to my defense and decreases the attack gauge by 35%. So it's a 100% chance that he will attempt to decrease the attack gauge. It can be resisted, but if he has high accuracy, then it's most likely going to work. Its damage is proportionate to defense. So he has 2 skills here. One is based on HP, and one is based on defense. So, and him being a defense type, Okay, and let's see what he ends up with when he's awakened. There he is. He gets a leadership skill. Increases the defense of ally monsters with dark attribute by 30%. Okay, so that's kind of specific to dark attributes. Not a super great leadership skill unless you have a lot of great dark monsters to work with. So rune-wise, you want to go somewhere between HP, defense, as well as accuracy, I think, for this monster. Accuracy substats are going to be important. I think you want to basically work on his HP and defense, just because that's going to scale his attack power for these two, or healing for HP and attack power for Hell Stomp, and also they're going to help keep him alive when he provokes. So, I know with the Water Battle Mammoth, a lot of people like to do violent runes. That's always nice. Violent and energy is usually a good combination. That way you can provoke multiple enemies potentially. So violent is definitely a possibility with this monster. And then you would do maybe HP percent on 2 or defense percentage, HP percent or defense percent on 4, and same for 6, HP percent or defense percentage. I would try to mix it up. I would maybe do 2 of those rune slots, either 2 and 4, or 4 and 6, or 2 and 6 as HP percent, and then 1 of them as defense. HP tends to be more useful, but he is a defense type, so he's going to get quite a bit from the defense. Another thing you can do with him, just because this 3rd skill lowers the attack gauge, you could make him really fast for the arena. And if he gets this skill off first, it can give you quite an advantage against the opposing team. So if you made him really fast, maybe Swift runes with speed on 2, get this skill off, and it could cripple the team and get your monsters attacking first and give you an upper hand. Now it only works in the first turn, but speed is useful. If you do speed, I would go Swift Energy, because you're going to be compensating some of his HP and defense. So Swift Energy, speed on 2, HP percent on 4, and HP percent or defense percentage on 6. So that's one thing you could do with him as a tactical monster. Another thing with the violent runes is you could go speed on 2 if you want him to be faster, and then do either HP percent or defense percentage on 4 as well as 6. Accuracy substats are important for the provoke, and accuracy is going to be very important for decreasing the attack gauge. So look for accuracy substats for sure. Another thing you could do is 2 sets of energy runes and shield runes, and he'll give a shield to everybody. If you do that, I would do HP percent on 2, 4, and 6, or 2 of them, and then 1 of them being defense percentage. That's also a useful strategy. I like shield runes. They give everybody a shield of 15% of his HP at the beginning of every fight. Yeah, you can also do revenge runes. It'll give him 15% chance to counter, and he will counter with his first skill, which will end up provoking. So if he provokes and he counters, then he can potentially provoke again. And so you could actually potentially cripple a monster. 15% chance of countering isn't super reliable, so I mean, it's a great strategy if it works, but the likelihood is not going to, like, don't rely on the counter. It's just kind of a nice thing that will happen every so often. So you can do counter, you could do swift and revenge, you could do 2 sets of energy and revenge, you could do violent revenge. So there's a lot of different ways you can rune this monster, but primarily you want to work on his HP, his defense, and his accuracy, or speed if you really want to be at the beginning of a fight and cripple, but speed will also help with everything else. So it's up to you how you want to rune him, and yeah, so those are my suggestions. Leave any suggestions of your own in the comment section below. I suppose you could do Despair, just thinking about this, just because this hits all enemies, so you could potentially stun if you go Despair with him. If you do Despair, I would do Despair Focus, and then, again, HP percent or defense percentage on 2, 4, and 6, and accuracy substats are very important if you go Despair. Yeah, so that's another thing you could do with him. Yep, that's all I can think of. Leave any suggestions, everyone, in the comment section below. If I didn't suggest something that you think might work, I'd love to know what you guys think, and I'm sure other people would like to know as well. Till next time, peace.